Today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp.com, and I've been with them for a long time. BetterHelp is an online platform where we found that you can effectively communicate with your therapist. Now, you begin by filling out a questionnaire, and then you'll be matched with a therapist within a couple of days. And if that match isn't ideal for you, you can certainly make an adjustment there. Now, you're going to be encouraged to journal, and also they have the availability for group therapy on a wide array of topics, and I really like that. So as the need exists, go ahead and take the necessary steps to get the help that you need. And just know that BetterHelp has a 4.5 rating on Trustpilot, so it indeed is a platform you can trust. There's a link below the video that will take you there. As you're trying to come to terms with that strongly narcissistic person in your world, or persons, plural, there's one key insight that you'll need to hold on to, and that is it's easy to look and act normal when everything is going smoothly. And narcissists can, in fact, have their times when they seem okay enough or reasonable or engaging, and you're thinking, well, maybe it's not quite so bad after all. And this is especially true when we're talking about the covert narcissists, because they put a lot of effort into trying to create a positive outward impression, even though behind the scenes there's a whole lot going on that they just don't want you to know about. Now, the overt narcissists, they too can have their moments where they try to be friendly and pleasant. But it's important for you to understand, all through this time, narcissists still want to be serviced. They want you to prop up their fragile ego, and there's a type of desperation they have. It's like, I'm going to be okay, but I've got to have your concurrence. I've got to have you doing what I want, because if you don't give that to me, I'm going to fall apart. And you see, my question to that narcissist is, well, would it be possible for you to maintain those healthy and pleasant and coordinated kinds of efforts, even when things are not exactly as you want? And of course, the answer is no. Now, today I want to point out 5 different scenarios, or 5 different possibilities, crunch time issues, where narcissists will drop that pleasant veneer and then they'll show their true colors. Let's get into that. Now, the first scenario where they drop the pleasant veneer and they show their true colors is when flaws and weaknesses and blunders are revealed. Narcissists absolutely hate that, and they don't manage it very well at all. Now, before we get there, let's remember, every one of us is fallible. Every one of us is capable of saying something that may have been insensitive, or doing something that turns out to be, too evasive or something like that, or sometimes we don't reveal things about ourselves. But the bottom line is we all have flaws, and when our flaws are revealed, the healthy person says, well, looks like we've got a learning opportunity here. Let's be open. Let's be honest about it. I want to grow, and I want to make sure that those kinds of things can be minimized. The narcissists, if you ever think of themselves as being open and honest, their go-to reaction when all of that happens is very strong pathological defensiveness. They'll immediately say something to the effect of, I've been misinterpreted, or you set this up, or if I made a mistake, it's not as bad as yours. Somehow they can't just say, I'm a fallible person. They won't go into that space. So in those moments, they really reveal that all of that pleasantness is just merely window dressing. A second crunch time scenario that reveals their true colors is when other individuals think differently. For example, opinions may clash, or interpretations are not the same, or preferences don't align. Now, when those kinds of situations come along, the healthy individual says, well, this is a time for me to pull out my empathy. Now, you don't use it as a technique, obviously, but you naturally can think, well, it just doesn't surprise me that we don't think the same. By the way, as an aside, there are multiple temperament analysis tests. The Enneagram is very popular right now. The Myers-Briggs has been around for a long time. And those temperament tests reveal that we process life differently. It's not a shock, and so as we understand that about one another, we learn to flow and coordinate. The narcissist, though, they can't use empathy and they can't say, I want to know you more fully in those moments. Instead, they'll shut you down. In moments of differences, they assert dominance. It's like, look, there's one way to think, and it happens to be mine. And so if I can get you to line up with my way of thinking, everything's going to be okay. And then they may kind of come out with attitudes that say, I can't believe you're so stupid, or I can't believe you're so gullible, I can't believe you're so naive and disruptive, etc. There's going to be a lot of that kind of blaming that's there. Now, a third scenario where their colors are really revealed is when coordination or when coordination is requested or necessary. And again, there are times when you and I may have needs and we need to seek the assistance of someone else. You may be in a bind, or there may be some scenarios where it's like, I could really use a friend here. As you're a healthy individual, your natural inclination is to say, well, of course I'd like to help. And it's not phony. It's genuine concern for someone else. You're thinking, well, we're all connected. There are going to be times when I'm going to need help, and I know that you've got yours. Let's see if we can work in a way that's mutually beneficial. Narcissists, again, don't think that way. They're either unwilling to coordinate with you, or if they do coordinate with you, they're going to exploit you. In the unwilling category, it's like, hey, I've got something else to do. I need to go brush my teeth. Just deal with your issues with someone else. Or if they do try to help you, there's a hook on the backside of it. Okay, now you owe me, or what are you going to do for me in return? So you need to realize how lucky you are that you have me in your corner, and so they'll try to cash in their chips down the road. Coordination is a time where some of their pathology becomes revealed. Their true colors are become known. And then a fourth scenario where their true colors are revealed is when the other person feels slighted or misunderstood by the narcissist. Now, again, it doesn't shock me when somebody says, well, I've got this thing going on, or I have this opinion I have, or I have these confusing kind of scenarios. And sometimes it's like, I'm not really catching on to what you're saying. Well, if you're a healthy person, then you're going to use patience. And then you're going to apply a certain amount of curiosity. Well, let me see if I can get a better handle on what your needs are and what your thinking might be, because obviously we have our wires crossed. But if I can just know you a little bit more fully, then perhaps we can get that coordination. The narcissist, instead, when that scenario is happening and the other person feels slighted by them, they'll think, yeah, you're trying to make me out to be a bad guy, and so they'll go into shame. You're always so controlling. You're always so bossy. And you may be saying, no, I'm just wanting you to know, I've got this need that I'd like for you to appreciate. And the narcissist can say, well, you just don't make any sense. There's something really strange and odd about you. They make no attempt to know you and understand you so that coordination can come through. And then number 5, and this is the big one, and this is the one where you can truly know that a narcissist's colors are going to be revealed, and that is when you need to confront the narcissist. Look out, because their true colors are going to be revealed. Now, again, one of the things we can say is that in healthy relationships, we need to have that permission, that freedom to say, I'm not on the same page as you. I didn't particularly care for this, or I would have rather have done it that way. Something's wrong here, and we need to tend to that. And the healthy person is going to say, okay, well, let's talk, and let's lay our defenses down. We can figure this out. The narcissist, instead, is going to go straight into the anger mode. When you confront them, they'll let you know in so many ways, you're going to regret ever coming against me, and I'm going to make you pay for thinking too differently from me. And so they can give you harsh comebacks. They can go into rages. How dare you? And nobody tells me what to do. And they interpret your confrontation as control, which of course is their projection, because that's what they want. They want control over you. And so in moments of confrontation, their true colors are going to be revealed there. Now, you take these 5 different scenarios where the narcissist may originally have tried to show themselves to be nice and pleasant, but in these kinds of situations, they crumble pretty quickly. All of this reveals a great deal about what's cooking on the inside of the narcissist personality. What we can say is that narcissist is a fair-weathered friend only. That person is incredibly insecure. Their confidence, if you want to call it that, is 100% dependent upon your deference to them. They have no sustained analytical thinking. They have an inability to trust to the point where it borderlines on paranoia at times. They have one blind spot after another, which means they have very poor self-awareness, which is kind of odd to say, the know-it-all doesn't even know themselves at all. They refuse to take responsibility. They're confused by complexity. They're fixated in childish reasoning. They have no sense of mutuality. Love is absent with these people. So we go back to what I was saying originally and say, sometimes they can come across as very, very pleasant, but it's in those moments where strains or difficulties or just a little bit of diversion comes along that they quickly show their true colors and they let you know, I'm an inept person, and when you and I differ, you're going to see exactly how emotionally incompetent I am. Now, they won't put it quite that honestly, but that's what comes forward. When you see this, I'm hoping your internal response can be, this is good to know. And as I see and observe these episodes where you fall apart, it's just a reminder that tells me this is why I have no need for you to be inside my inner circle. I hope that videos like this can give you some good food for thought. And again, the more aware you are, then the more you're going to be able to move forward in a healthy kind of way. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, I would encourage you to do so. We're going to keep more videos coming towards you. I really appreciate you allowing me to be on your path with you. Now, many of you know that when you're in a situation like this and you're trying to make sense of it, it can be helpful for you to get some therapy. And as that need is there, then I would encourage you to go with, if you have somebody there, obviously in your community, go and do that. But if not, or if you have other reasons for wanting to do so, check out our online video resource, online therapy resource. There's a link below to the people at BetterHelp.com. There's a whole team of licensed professional therapists that can assist you. As the need is there, please get the assistance that you need. It can be very effective. Invest in yourself in that way. Now, if you go to my website, you're going to find that we have a lot of resources. Chief among those are my my classes and my online courses. And each one of them has at least 25 teaching videos, and each video has handouts and questions. It's a whole lot of work that I put into it. It would require some work out of you. And as you go through, you can see that systematically it can help you figure out. One of them is on anger management. Another is on setting boundaries. Another is finding yourself despite the controllers. Another is having healthy connections. Good courses that will walk you through the process of all of that. In addition, I have my webinars, which are 90-minute PowerPoint presentations that you can still access, along with my articles and my books. So we have lots of resources. Narcissists, when everything is going swimmingly, they can just kind of be real pleasant and friendly. Hey, old chum. Hey, old pal. Good to see you. But then when crunch time comes, it's like a whole different person shows up. And I've outlined these 5 different ways that it can happen, and there obviously can be more. But I think that it's a reminder for you to say, I don't want to be caught up in their superficial presentations. I'm going to know somebody when a crisis moment shows up, and that's when we're going to see a person's true colors. So Team Healthy, commit yourself to your own steadiness, and I'm hoping you can be that much more determined, despite their inability to work with you, to be a person of true internal peace.